Guyana birding tour to the wilderness of Guyana. It's pretty magical. The forest is obviously the biggest element. It's the largest continuous expanse of almost untouched rainforest that I've ever seen. It is just a sea of green, and it takes my breath away every time I fly over it. Quite honestly, one of the main highlights for me year in, year out is visiting the waterfalls at Kaieteur. And forget about the fact that this is the highest single drop waterfall in the world. What is most spectacular about it is just the atmosphere and ambience of the place. I mean, we are right in the middle of nowhere. You fly in on a small plane. It's the only way you can get to these falls. And we spend like 2 or 3 hours just exploring that area. It's one of, for me, the most special places in the world. Then we reboard the plane and make a very short flight that same afternoon down to Iwokrama. And Iwokrama is the first of the several eco-lodges we stay at over the course of a tour. We stay initially at Iwokrama, then we go on down to Atta, and then we get to Surama. And these are all lodges within the forest. And we get some really cool birds there, both impressively gorgeous birds like some of the parrots and the Cock-of-the-Rock, and some of the more sort of enigmatic little ground birds like some of the ant shrikes and the ant birds and ant thrushes and such. We walk in, you're in this sort of shady, dank green forest, and then suddenly this explosion of bright orange just appears. The Guianan Cock-of-the-Rock. It's a really stunning looking bird. We visit a range of different habitats. We do the forest, and then we break into the savannah, and there it's a completely different avifauna. And it's the savannah where we also get a couple of the cool mammals. We have giant anteaters out there. The other habitat we're looking at a lot is the riparian. We go on a couple of rivers. The last time we went on the Burra because there was a known Harpy Eagle nest. It was an adventure in itself getting along the river, but when we actually got to the nest, it was fantastic. It was amazing. It was a real privilege. And they're huge and they're magnificent. Harpy Eagle is the fabulous creature. There are birds that, quite frankly, you're not going to have a very easy job encountering anywhere else. A lot of the cotingas that we see are somewhat inaccessible in other parts of South America. I think Capuchinbird can be very difficult anywhere outside Guyana. Crimson fruit crow comes to mind. You've got the white sand specialists. You're at the heart of the Guianan Shield, and the Guianan Shield is an extremely important region for endemic biodiversity. So we're going to encounter a lot of birds that you're just not going to see elsewhere. And the opportunities to see numbers of species in the different families. So I've never been anywhere where I've seen so many different species of parrots. Never been anywhere where I've seen so many different species of cotinga in one trip. But I think that just seeing some of these species in such good habitat, the extent of the pristine wilderness, the extent of the pristine rainforest is enough reason to keep on going back there again and again for me.